Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner. And of course, you know, this is where purpose meets power and conversations creates change. And today, we are so honored to have right here with us Olympic champion, Mr. Justin Gatlin, live in our studio. And beyond the medals and all of the finish lines and bringing a powerful message about discipline, about resilience, about building champions on and off the track, with Golden Elite Track and Field Club. You don't want to miss this conversation that we're going to have today. It's about inspiring a conversation that speaks to the youth, speaks to families, and anyone that's determined to turn setbacks into comebacks. Stay with us with this conversation that we're about to have right here that you can only find on Sunshine's Corner. You know today that I go out and I reach out for the great stuff that keeps us motivated. I believe when you have a conversation and you talk about things, that's when you can come out and find the most. Good morning, Justin, and thank you for coming in with us today.
Thank you for having me, Sunshine. I appreciate being here.
But of course, you know, it feels so great. I'm sitting here talking with the Olympic champion of the world, the fastest man. I mean, that is so wonderful just to look you in your face and I can say I'm sitting here with Justin Gatlin, my dear people. I mean, when people come to you with that will never, ever, ever leave you. How does that make you feel?
It never gets old. I mean, it just shows the hard work and dedication that I put forth. And then I can see that it's echoing through time now. Like, people still have respect and remember that moment that I won that gold. And now that I'm able to take that energy and start giving back into the younger kids.
Oh, and that's what I love. And you see, that's so special to me, that all these accomplishments that you've made, now you're coming back home and giving it right back to those children. I'll never forget the day when I saw you, when your hands went back like this and you did that scream. And I was screaming at home as well. Yeah! I mean, and that is so fantastic. What I find out that even here, I see, and I have to say this, that there's so much talent that I found out when I moved to Pensacola. There's so many champions that are here in Pensacola. It's unbelievable. But the good thing about it, nobody has forgotten home. They all come back and share in that glory with the children that look up to you, to let them know that there's nothing that they can't do. I want to just self-applaud you for that. I don't know if you remember this. I remember when I first moved here, I took a picture years ago with you and Roy Jones down at the Bay Center. I have on my wall at home.
Yes, I remember.
I mean, such a great event. But when I'm talking about this, I want people to get to know about the greatness in you. And we're going to talk about the Golden Elite, of course. But I want to just talk about Justin for a minute, because I think you are you're leaving such a legacy for the young people to follow. And to see the strength in a young black man that has done what you have done and set a record. I mean, that's absolutely outstanding. Look at that smile on your face. But, I mean, is it lonely sometimes being great? Is it sometimes up there you get like everybody's always pulling and wanting part of you?
Yeah, of course. Because, you know, like as you start to rise to get to the top, you're with a group of people who are hungry, dedicated, and passionate just like you are. Unfortunately, everyone can't reach the top.
Exactly.
So once you do get to the top, all the peers that you had, all the support you have, you feel like you become alienated sometimes. You're still attached and communicate, but
exactly.
No one understands the position that you're at and the pressure that comes with you being a repeat champion or a winner and you staying at the starting line. And now winning becomes more normalized compared to the world be shocked when you lose.
Exactly.
So it's a whole different pressure.
I love that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I mean, and I have to give your wife props.
Thank you.
I don't understand if I could do that. Because I mean, I got to share my husband. You know, even with your mom and dad, hey. I mean, it's like, I mean, but the fact of it is that takes a person has to have strength to be in order to share.
Yeah. You have to know, and I realize that all the hard work and the dedication, it comes back to me from recognition.
Exactly.
So when I'm out at Publix or at the grocery store riding around, or somebody sees me and they acknowledge me, I don't try to shun them off or give them a cold shoulder, because I realize that at some moment in time, they recognized my greatness and they wanted to applaud me on it. So why would I want to turn away people who really support? They really want to genuinely give me praise. So I appreciate all the people out there. Thank you so much.
I mean, and that is wonderful to hear you say that. And you know, I think about this too. I look at the children that are here, that look up to you, Golden Elite, with the kids there, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine what you're planting in them to show them the greatness that they can achieve as well. And to have you come every year, you're back, you're doing these great things for them, that allows me to see that Justin did not forget the road that he had to travel, so that somebody else can see that I can take from you and I can do the same thing for the children that you're working with. And I know they scream, they holler, Mr. Gatlin, Mr. Gatlin.
Well, that's the beauty about sports.
Right.
So regardless of me being raised here in Pensacola or some kid being raised in Kansas who has a dream of becoming an Olympian or becoming an elite athlete or professional athlete, any kind of sport, you still have to travel a certain road that we all do as athletes.
Absolutely.
And the dedication is not just from the athlete, it's from people like Coach, like Mike. He has put together a great program that's still growing with Golden Elite.
Right.
And I remember times where I've gone and navigated my path to get to my top of my greatness. And I look back and be like, wow, I dodged that bullet because I could have been bankrupt, or I could have been I could have been losing races, I could have been in a bad program. So having coaches like Coach Mike who are truly dedicated to the athletes,
right,
that means something, especially as a kid. If he has a bad day or a bad race, knowing that Coach Mike shows up to that next practice to correct those wrongs that were in that former race, that means a lot to those kids, because then they really feel like I have another step to get to so I can be better in life.
When you think about this, you are an Olympic champion. Let's say that again. An Olympic champion. When not just Pensacola, the entire world was watching, cheering you on, screaming in their seats, right there with you every step that you made. On the inside of Justin, what does that say? When you think about it, everybody, I would love to have been an Olympic champion. I don't know what I would have done, but that is such an accomplishment. When you say Justin Gatlin, this Olympic champion, I want to hear what Justin feels on the heart, on the inside.
I think younger Justin, I didn't realize the magnitude of being an Olympic champion. I didn't even think the whole world was watching me win the gold. I just thought it was a small world of just track and field fanatics and fans, you know? But then when I came home, I realized the world watches.
Everybody.
The world watches who's going to be crowned the fastest man in the world.
Yes.
So I saw now, I understand the magnitude that it brings, the power that it brings, but also it pays off. If you're really truly dedicated, that medal is going to mean so much to you, more than what it even weighs.
Absolutely. Yeah. When I can remember seeing your parents, that's true, I was watching, and I could see the love, the joy, the happiness, that I could see in those embraces, in the faces. And now I look at your sons. Look at that smile on your face.
Because you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking you see them after we win, and they're so full of joy. But my mom was nervous before every race. She rocking back and forth, Lord Jesus. Dad just sitting there rolling his hat in his hand or clenching his hands. I mean, because it's such an intense moment, you know?
Right.
So to have those moments in your circle, your family goes through those moments emotionally with you, and then on the other side, you can cheer together because we all feel like we won.
Oh, you did. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm going this route, ladies and gentlemen, because I want you to understand, I mean, the opportunities that we can plant in our children every day, just like with Coach Mike, who's doing all of this work, and make sure that Justin is here to go in to talk to these children. We are the ones that got to plant those seeds in our children so that we can have these for tomorrow. Our kids will look up to a person who's left a legacy like yourself. Even with your mom and dad, with the nervousness that they were sitting there, but they know that not only that, you're leaving such a legacy for our youth to follow, to take on, that they can reach for the stars and be the same as you, if not even further. And I love the fact of how you bring it back home and do what you're doing, Mike, do what he does with Golden Elite to show the children never stop. The sky is the limit, that we can do any and everything that we put our minds to.
Absolutely.
And I love the fact that about you. When it comes to who is Justin Gatlin when all the lights are out? Okay, I'm breathing. Now, who's Justin Gatlin then?
Justin Gatlin is this chilled individual who just sits back and just, because track was so physical on a daily basis. So people don't realize, like, I was still working a 9 to 5. Practice would be at 9. You physically gonna go through practice for about 2 hours, 2.5. Then you're gonna go to a gym for about another hour. Then you go to another gym for like another hour and a half.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then you got recovery sessions that you're gonna have, that you have to make sure you get massage, dry needling, whatever necessary, so your body can bounce back the next day, so you can do everything all over again.
Did you say dry needling?
Yeah.
What is that?
So it's like when they put the little tiny acupuncture needles in there to be able to release the muscles from the inside. Yeah.
Really? Oh God, are you being educated as I certainly am. I mean, my goodness. So that's a process. It's not that you go practice once a day or get up in the morning and run at 5 o'clock. This is an everyday thing to practice to keep going.
It's an everyday thing to practice. It's a craft. Yeah.
Oh my, I feel for Jan.
I felt for me for a very long time until I retired, and I was like, oh, this is great.
I mean, but can you imagine that? But you see, that's what it takes when it is that you know that you're going to reach this goal that you set for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think I did not know that you go through the acupuncture. I thought that you somebody rub you down. You see how I act when you talk about a needle? I mean,
yeah, he was like, nah,
not me. I mean, how the public reshapes and how what we do and what you've done, Justin, I think it also deserves accolades. When it comes down to Golden Elite and the things that you do to show the children, that's on the inside. What does that inspire you to continue to do that, to show those young people through Mike and all the hard work that they do?
Because I realized that my road to greatness wasn't a clear road to greatness. And I see a lot of young athletes who have really great potential of being a great athlete, legendary athlete, and they get derailed along the way.
Okay.
So I've seen more people and more athletes become derailed and never reach their goals than ones that do reach their goals. So I'm trying to make sure that we help the ones that don't achieve it because of life gets in the way. And I mean, as an athlete, especially a successful athlete, temptation or setbacks come from any and every direction. You think that some of them are protected by their family, and their family is the ones that's taken from them, or you can have shady agents, or you can have bad contracts with business and companies.
Oh, wow.
So there's certain things along the way, and as athletes, especially in this day and age, are becoming younger and younger. That means that the maturity level isn't at the level of understanding how to be business oriented.
Exactly.
So you're gonna need people around you who has been down that path before, or have a passion to push people and athletes down that path of greatness.
Okay, when you say that there are people out there, the wrongdoers, who are trying to pull you, maybe you fall and you trip, you don't want to go that way. When you think that somebody's all there for you, and they can play that game well, to try to cover their eyes to say, I need to get this so I just can get this, so because their motive is not the right one. When it comes to that, what is it, what brings it out that a person would do that in a situation like that?
Money, money, money,
money,
money,
money,
money.
Come on, OJ.
No, I'm serious. I mean, because you have to think about it. If you're speaking to a coach who's in his late 50s or an agent who's in his 50s and they've seen the sport for a very long time, they're looking at athletes who come down the pipeline almost like a conveyor belt, like in a factory, right? Because athletes, they have a short lifespan. You know what I mean? So you'll see an elite male athlete who's a sprinter like me, he might have 8 years as a professional athlete, and that's 2 Olympic cycles. You know what I mean? So now as an agent who's been in the game for almost 2 decades, I'm looking at this athlete as just a little dot on my scale or my map, because I'm waiting for the next one to come and then the next one to come. And that's how I keep my longevity going. So the money is the driven part for a lot of these people in the sport. We need to find more people who are passionate of making athletes, help them accomplish their dreams.
I understand. You know, that's amazing how people are when you think about that. But I guess you're right. Money will make some things change for anybody. When they see that dollar, they want to get that portion. They don't care how they get it. I mean, but when it's a person like you, and I keep hearing you say, like when you are a success in your craft, there's so many out there who want to be successful but may not be as successful. When you talk to these young people and trying to educate them on the steps that they're taking, when you can look out there and see the child that has what it takes to get that next step, right? When you approach them, is their mindset where it needs to be, or you try to get it in the right place?
Most likely, most of the time, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
Why? Because what happens is the athlete usually doesn't understand the path that's in front of them. When you're talking to a young football player or a young basketball player, right? They understand their path to being a professional.
Right.
They know that every professional basketball player, football player plays on Sundays or Mondays during their season. They can chart out that schedule. They know exactly where they're going to go. They know it's a draft. They know you got to get drafted. There's a combine or whatever else that comes with that, right? Not in track and field or Olympic sports. It's not like that. You just gotta, like, when me growing up, I realized that I just had to run as fast as I could. Hopefully I get a phone call and somebody notices that, you know, I'm a shining star. That's how it comes out. So you have to teach these young athletes the direction that they're going. They have a talent. Some of them realize how talented they are, but they don't know how to get to the next level, or some of them don't understand how talented they are. You got to give them clarity on where they can go, and if they keep pursuing it, they can be even bigger than they are now.
That is so wonderful, because I'm pretty sure that you see the kids that you work with, and I love the fact some kids may not have the opportunity at home, possibly that you had, and that motivational person, mom and dad behind you, and with you taking that step to put that into those young ones that you see, it's going to only motivate them to do even more because of the part that's missing. To show that love. To show that I think you can do this. I know that you can do this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to a young man who has achieved greatness and yet brings his greatness back home. And we've got so many things that we're going to be talking about with elite, I feel, and all this coach has done that got you ready to, he's over there just smiling. But it's so much that I think that deserves that, because I keep going to you, then coming back to that, because you're bringing it back home. You didn't just take, okay, God bless me with this, now I'm going to keep it all to myself. No, you bring it back and you share right here in your community where you come from.
That's because of when you start our conversation, you recognize how special elite athletes are here in Pensacola, and how we always come back home. It's just a natural migration for us. It's not like I hit up Roy and like, hey Roy, I'm gonna come back home, or hey Emmett, you know, I'm in the town. It's the fact that we love Pensacola, and we love the energy in Pensacola, and we love and appreciate how Pensacola kind of supported us along the way through our journey of greatness. And
that is good. See how you say that, Pensacola? You see this, the Olympic champion, Pensacola in the house. I mean, which is a great thing. Now, with GoldenElite Track and Field, it's your youth development program that's being headed by Mike when you're not here, Coach Mike. With all of these things that you're doing, no matter how many trophies that you win with the kids, and no matter how many that you don't have with the kids, can you imagine what those kids are thinking in their mindset, that we're expecting to see the Olympic champion coming this weekend, we're going to spend time with him? That what you're putting in them to even cause them to work even harder. Just think about that. We're going to take a break, and I'm going to come back because I see that smile on your face. And we're going to talk about that when we come back, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking with the greatest, I just have to say it, Olympic champion, sitting right here with your Sunshine at Sunshine's Corner. Come back with us. We got more to talk about right here, where you get the real deal with Sunshine.
For 75 years, we've been caring for families, creating jobs, and working to build a healthier community. This is your home, and ours too. We're honored to be the trusted partner in your care. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
I'm Kathy Holsworth, Artistic Director at Pensacola Little Theater. Join me on the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m. for the Center Stage, where me and my artistic friends talk about all things on the stage and at the Clark Family Cultural Center. Join us, won't you?
Hi, I'm David Apple. I own the Apple Market here in Pensacola on Scenic Highway. We've been in Pensacola since 1996. I've been advertising on Blab now for 15 years. I was a tough sell. Didn't really think that this form of advertising was going to be right for us. But as it turned out, it's probably been the most effective thing that we've ever done. Rarely a week goes by that we don't encounter someone who say, hey, I just saw your show, it was great. I'm David Apple, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner. We've got a hot conversation going on today. Let me go back to this first about the bestseller. He brought me his book. Look at that. Now tell everybody how they can get this book.
Oh, you go on Amazon. You know, everyone has an Amazon, or they know somebody who has an Amazon. Right. So it's an Amazon bestseller. Ready, Set, Go, Grind to Glory.
See?
It's basically like a memoir of my life, how I grew up and how I kind of found track and field and found my talent, you know.
So you weren't even interested in track and field all the time?
No,
Really?
No, but you find a lot of athletes who don't. They don't even know that they're talented in certain areas until they're pushed in that direction. When
you realized that you could run fast,
I knew I always could run fast. I didn't know the correlation for running fast in track and field. You know, I was like every other kid. You know, you want to play football or basketball, and then one of the track coaches saw me, and he was like, "You'd be great in track."
Really?
And I was like, well, let me take the summer to think about it with my family. And then we thought about it, and we was like, all right, cool. We
really
transferred over to Woodham High School, and became a track star.
I never would have said anything else, but I guess because that's all I know. But I don't. I mean, basketball, nah. Football, nah. Yeah. Fast, yeah. I mean, but that's just the pictures in my head because of the Justin that I know.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something, Justin. When it comes to, like we were talking about with the kids. We all, like you said in your statement just a moment ago about the parts where you really, younger people make up your mind, you do this, you do that, you want to do this, you find what you really want to do. At the darkest private moment in your life, in your career, how did you handle those spots being who you are?
I mean, it's going to sound like me saying, oh, that was easy, but you got to realize at a young age, I handled it by staying myself. But in that process, I had to find myself. Because I was like 21, 22 years old.
I mean, what, 25 now?
Something like that, 26.
I hear you.
But I had to grow up, become more of an adult, be more of a man in that same process of darkness. So when I came back into a sport, I felt like I appreciated my time, my craft, and this opportunity for me to be able to represent not only Pensacola, but the United States.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's deep.
Yeah.
That is really deep.
Because, you know, young people usually, if they're in a situation that's stressful for them, they're going to go the opposite. They're going to go off the rails. They're going to start going crazy. And then next thing you know, they're in other trouble outside of that.
I guess that's what you call, that's forgiveness for what you had to go through to get to where you are. And I also believe, and I'll say this boldly, it also comes from how you're brought up. From at home.
Yeah.
It always starts at home.
Yeah.
And no matter what it is that you may try to taste out there, but it always gonna revert back to, look, mom and daddy, they watch it.
And that's what mama said. Mama said, you can show them better than you can tell them. So
thank you.
I kept my mouth closed and I kept my head down. I kept grinding and kept getting better.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's the legacy that you've left. Somebody wanna ask you something. Let's see who this is. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine.
Good morning.
Hey, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Hard work and dedication is what you said when you came on. I'd like to ask you a question. By chance, when you were training, did you ever run up around 10 Mile Road, Maple Oaks area, up around the Brosnahan soccer field?
Maybe in some off-season training.
Huh?
I said probably in some off-season training.
Yes, you and heavyweight Olympic champion David Izon Reddy you all would both run by my home. And I would pray for you both because I knew you were both Olympic people. And to see the both of you all run was like looking at a white-tailed deer run freely in an open field in Mississippi. You all both are and still are a continued source of motivation when I just hear your names. And it's a blessing to see you this morning and see how well you're doing. You will always be an inspiration to me because you didn't see me, but I saw you. And you ran when nobody was out there early in the morning.
Wow.
And you were running like a gazelle, brother.
I appreciate that.
God's blessing on Golden Elite Track and Field and all the people that you meet and touch, man.
Amen.
Supernatural blessings on you and yours.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you very much.
My 9-year-old granddaughter is the fastest little girl in her school over in Slidell, and she got people looking at her right now. It's a blessing.
Come on now.
Yeah, keep on going. Keep on feeding her that energy and that positivity to go out there and feel like she can conquer the world.
I'm putting it in her, and I'm already telling her there's nobody faster than her.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
God bless you, man. Good talking to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, love.
Small world.
All righty. I tell you, he's watched you in the morning.
I know, right?
I mean, come on, that was something else. But do you see what I'm saying? The legacy, even before you became the Olympic champion, people are remembering what you put into you to get to be that champion.
Yeah.
And it leaves. It says something. I love it when he called you a gazelle. So that's one of those fastest animals that you can see. But even with him, he's even taking your story and telling his granddaughter to continue to run to reach her goals.
Yeah.
Do you see the map, the legacy that you're leaving behind with even people that you didn't know that were watching you?
I do. I do now, for sure. You know, as an athlete, you're so kind of tunnel visioned and you're kind of still trying to finish your mission, trying to accomplish your goals.
Absolutely.
But now I see that there's young athletes and people who are inspired in every walk of life where I go, and I want to continue to help with that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Golden Elite is it's got to be a personal part of you. You're building champions, not just athletes. And with Golden Elite, how with the children, the young people that you are touching on a daily basis, that's causing them to want more, to seek high. I think that what you're planting in them, you're going to see today that in years from now, what you planted, how it flourished out. You ever think about it like that? You're going to see what these young people are going to do, how they're going to go. You know, of course.
Because like when you look at track and field is like life. So it's whatever you put into your practice, your craft, and then when it's time for you to step into life, which is like competition, it exposes you. So if you're prepared for this moment and you really want it, you'll achieve it.
Exactly.
But if you're prepared for it and you second guessing yourself, most likely you won't achieve it.
No
and
doubt.
if you're definitely not prepared for it, but then your mind's telling you, I'm ready for this moment, you have the shock of your life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it mirrors life, and that's what I love about it. And it teaches young athletes how to have discipline and dedication, because they can take that discipline and dedication after they finish running track and whatever else they want to do in life and realize, like, I was dedicated on practicing every day for something that lasts for only 9 to 10 seconds. I know I can do this job that's in front of me now.
I
and
never
that's what
thought
I love
about it like that.
Yeah.
You practice for 9, that winning moment.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You're deep.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
But listen to this. Now, let's talk about Golden Elite. What's going to be happening this weekend that everybody out there needs to know about with Golden Elite? Because you all got Friday, Saturday, a whole weekend of stuff coming up, right?
Yeah. So we're doing our promotionals, obviously today.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going to have a book signing at 5 o'clock, 5 to 6. And we're going to also be doing more interviews with radio stations around town to get the word out. It was an easy partnership for me to get together with Coach Mike and Golden Elite because his heart's in the right place. He wants to build a community for track and field athletes, but for young people so they have a place and something to do in Pensacola, right?
Absolutely.
And be able to express their talent. So that was an easy partnership for me. So this is the 3rd annual Justin Gatlin invitation that you'll see, and it's happening this weekend, March 28th. And it's going to be freshmen and sophomores. We do freshmen and sophomores because we know that the juniors and seniors are getting the attention. It's time for them to go out and, try to gain their scholarships. And usually the freshmen and sophomores are sitting back like, what was me? What am I doing? So we want to give them a platform to be able to know that they're important, but also let them kind of go out there and sharpen themselves against their own peers and their own age groups.
I mean, when you see this, do you have some kids like with the Golden Elite? I should have had Mike on here with us because I know he's over there smiling and look at it. I can feel his smile over here. But the fact of it is what he's putting, how sports can save a child's life. I'm going to be transparent now and be real. We see the things that are happening in the world today. We see the things that sometimes young people sway away and do the wrong things. But when you get into a craft like this and have the opportunity to be in company like yours, that's got to be a positive aspect for the young people. Do you see how that's changing some of the students that you're around? Or maybe some of the things that they might do. You mentioned that earlier. Yeah. That may veer them to go the wrong way.
Well, us growing up, being outside and doing extracurricular activities and being athletic was not a choice for us growing up.
Exactly.
Your mama tell you, get out the house, go. Go over there and go outside and play with your friends, run around, rip and run. Now it's more of a choice, and it's a choice that's not being picked. You have more kids who are either on their phone or a laptop or doing whatever, and they're more socializing from a distance instead of talking to other athletes or talking to their peers in person, or even getting outside and just pushing yourself to where now you have courage of realizing the hard workout that Coach Mike would have gave me. I thought it was going to kill me. And then you make it through, and now you gain confidence, realize I can do almost anything.
Unbelievable. And that's a great thing. And I know Mike is always out there talking with the kids like this, but with the adversity of things how they are in the world today, do you see the pattern and what you're leaving with the adversity on some things that you had to deal with to grow, to get through, and to see the love that you're planting for an example there for your kids to follow you and to put that point there? Because I see, and I watch your mom, how she, your little one.
Yeah.
He's something else.
He is.
He's such you. And with your older kid, I see how you were. The mold that you're putting in them, and I can see in their faces, especially with your older one, because he's at that age, where he said, I got to make daddy happy, or I'm doing this. You all were getting ready for something for a suit, and he was going to wear yours, and you said, you see how I follow you?
Yeah.
But the fact of it is how you're leaving these, planting that in your children, and then showing that to these other kids that cling on to you as if they're yours. That's got to mean something to you on the inside.
Oh, absolutely. Because nothing makes you feel better than seeing that twinkle in a young athlete's eyes when they feel like they accomplished something that they thought was going to be too hard for them to accomplish.
Exactly.
And that doesn't always mean win a race.
Right.
It can go out there and PRing or making a personal
exactly.
best, or feeling like I was so nervous before this race started, and I realized as I went through and operated and competed in the race and finished or come across the finish line, they realized it wasn't as bad and it wasn't as hard. I'm actually tougher than I thought I was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a great conversation with the fastest man in the world, Mr. Justin Gatlin. Now, I love to invite people to just give him his props. I always ask him to say hi to you. If you will, if you got something that want to inspire and find out more about Golden Elite, how you can get your children involved. Come on, I think that's a great thing that they're doing. 850-432-7768, that's the number. You can call or text, and we'll be back with more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going, more. No, stop!
And welcome back to a great conversation right here at Sunshine's Corner. Having a wonderful conversation off camera as well. I'm learning a lot. I mean, about Golden Elite and how much they do. But let me invite you all. If you want to find out more about what they do, go to their website. And now we're going to put that up for you in just a moment. Go to the website and you'll be able to find out everything that you need to know, how it works, how you can be a part, because you can't just pull up. You got to go through the process so that you will be able to have a spot there for that child. And with the fact that we're telling you about all the things that they do, it's an opportunity, but with anything, there is a process. It's not just, okay, I'm here. No, there's a process. That's why I believe that it's so successful, because there's been so much time put into it. And to invite the fastest man in the world to come back to be a part of this. You know,
Absolutely.
And he does it with such a smile. And then I wonder if I were an athlete, could I do it? No.
You have the athlete build?
Tall as I am, man. I couldn't do it.
I see you going over high jump ball.
Look, I'll say, slam dunk. Boom,
there you go.
No doubt about it. Teaching kids to handle things like this, and that's what you're really doing with your legacy, Justin. You're really leaving such a legacy behind. Are you raising kids talented? When I say raising, because that's what you're doing when you're with the children, mentally, to show them, because I think once you get the mental in order, for the things that young people deal with nowadays, like you said, they've got so much. We're dealing with AI. We're dealing now with all the electronics that they have. They don't have that person to say, like our parents did, say, get out the house. Man, my mother, rest her soul, I never would have been in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to go out. But with what you're planting in them, you're raising a set of kids to show them, with Elite along with Mike, how to put what you have and put everything you have into it. Don't just say, just because today I got tired, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
But just because this obstacle popped up here that I can't do it anymore. But you're planting something that's going to live a long time. That reflects back to you and all of these kids that's in this area that's with you. When you're around people that you went to school with, and with the champion that you are, and the conversations that you have, I'm sure they're pulling on you and going, yeah, man, we were in the class together, man. You know, to give that, to show that part of you from the inside. Let's hear about Justin when he's talking with them guys that I just used to hang out with.
Oh, the guys I used to hang out with? Yeah, I have childhood friends that I definitely see and get a chance to talk to on a daily basis, and we definitely go down memory lane, but mainly they look at me as just Justin.
So they don't put, oh, that's a fast man, we up here. No, it's you, that's a friend.
Yeah, that's a friend, exactly. Now they'll always kind of like promote me and brag about my accolades and what I've done, and try to put me in the right rooms to be able to help give me exposure as well. But when I'm with them, it's all, I'm Justin.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I want you to know something, Mike, as well. Know that whenever you're in the area, you got something you coming up, you've always got a seat right here with Sunshine.
Okay. I love being in this corner.
Okay,
so
now.
Right here in this
and we hit every corner there is in Pensacola.
Yeah.
You hear me? That's why we call it the corner, because you know some people don't want to say, I don't want to go to, no, but baby, we go to every one there is. But you always got a seat right here so we can talk about things that's with you.
I appreciate that.
All right then. We got somebody else want to say hi to you this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine. Good morning, Justin. How y'all doing?
Wonderful.
Let me turn the TV down. Okay. Yes, I'm enjoying the show, and I just want to thank Justin for his continuing on to be an inspiration for the youth, especially in the community that we all come from. And I did have a good question or two for him, and I wanted to know, have you come across any children that have displayed any type of trauma, and if he have, do y'all have that mechanism to reach out to the community to get them the help that they need? And also, do y'all also include encouraging the children to know the importance of education as well? Because when you get up to these bigger leagues, you need to have the education to understand, hey, I need to understand finance, and I need to understand a lot of other avenues that's beyond from what somebody in the community may have taught them. And so I just want to kind of see what his thoughts are on those two subject matters.
Oh, I appreciate it. Great question. Great questions too. These questions are so good that even professional journalists don't ask these kind of questions. These are some good questions.
Come on now.
So
this is Sunshine's Corner, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. You come with that quality. So to answer the first question, you know, we don't seek athletes that have, or young athletes that have drama or trauma that's connected to them.
I can understand.
So what Coach Mike always does is he tries to vet, you know, the parents, to make sure that they're of good quality and they want the best for their child. You know? And that's always where kind of trauma stems from, right? And it can be physical or verbal or mental.
Most certainly.
But the fact is, you'll have parents that'll come out and want the best for their kids so badly that they live vicariously through them and they push their children over the edge and burn them out.
Of course.
So you have people like myself who can see that, and Coach Mike who can see that and say, hey, you know, we don't condone this. We can't have this, because we're trying to make them a better version of themselves instead of trying to like put out the fire that's at home. So the mechanism that we do have in place is we try to make sure that we do see athletes that have serious trauma. We try to make sure that we connect and talk to the right authorities that help, you know, make that trauma go away for those young athletes.
Absolutely.
We're in the process of starting programs now to help athletes get to the next level, to be educated financially, financial literacy, because that's the pitfall that you find a lot of professional athletes across the board are going through. It's the fact of they're making a lot of money, more money than they've ever seen in their life. And now they don't know what to do with it, how to be able to put it away, to have money in a rainy day, or even when they retire.
Generational wealth.
Exactly. And then when they're done, they're a shell of themselves and they have no money because either they've been stolen or it's been put in the wrong place.
Exactly.
Wrong hands.
Those people.
And next thing you know, we are the people that we should be praising, we have pity for, because no one taught them how to be a better version away from sports.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did I answer your question, Mike?
Oh, that did, and I truly appreciate that. And, you know, having people that's been through different situations who have the eye to look and see beyond what's present there is a great thing. And it's great to have mentors that's available to make sure that we keep children and keep young adults on the right path. And I appreciate both you, Sonshine, and both Justin, and shining that light and keeping that that spirit of joy and trueness, you know, available and stronghold for the youth, because the youth are the people that's going to be adults that's going to continue to change the world.
Exactly. They are our future. They are our tomorrows.
So to quickly piggyback off of him, what he's saying, so everyone who is part of the staff or part of molding the future for young athletes, what happens is like we have to know our role, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not that kind of coach that can go out there on a daily basis and make sure the kids are on the right path. Coach Mike is amazing at that, right?
I feel him smiling.
Exactly. He gonna be there before the kids get there. All right, open up the gate, get in here, let's get to work. I have been certified as a professional performance coach, so now I can talk athletes through the mental aspect of things. While he tackles physical, I have started a program and a platform to talk to them the mental. Let's know what your long-term goals are. How does that pour out from your short-term goals?
Exactly.
What's your training goals on a daily basis? What's your daily goals that can be able to help with your habits? Because your habits are going to dictate your actions. Your actions are going to make your character. So if athletes and young athletes know that at an early age, they can be the athlete that they need to be.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, you see there, Dr. Martin, these are the things that we talk about right here on Sunshine's Corner. We don't just talk about the little bitty things. We go deeper.
There we go.
We paint the whole picture.
Yes, and I love that, because nowadays we have to stop sugarcoating stuff, and we have to stop being gatekeeper of information. People need to know the information.
Knowledge is
so
power.
They can be a better version of themselves.
Exactly. Thank you so much, love.
You're welcome, y'all. Thank y'all, and have a blessed day.
All right, you too. Well, it's just like that. I always tell people every single day, knowledge is power, but it's not for you to grab it in your hand and hold it to yourself. Share it with those that's going to be out tomorrow, and that's exactly what you're doing. Now you're setting that program to even get with them to teach them how to walk the steps, to not have that generational wealth that you could have had, that you can leave that legacy behind for your children, and teach them how to do the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a great conversation with Mr. Justin Gatlin, who is the fastest man in the world, but as you see, it's not only speed that he possesses, the character that's there, when he said that you have to build that character, something you should always remember when you're doing things, your character precedes you. It get there first, and you've got it all. And I appreciate that. Look at the smile. Ooh, we can sit here and talk all day long. Now, the mission that you want to leave in Pensacola through Golden Elite, what is that?
A platform that athletes, young athletes, and parents too, watching their kids grow and become something. It kind of gives me a shadow, or it's kind of walking down the path that I walked. My parents knew nothing about track and field. They knew nothing about sports.
Exactly.
So they just threw me in everything and said, what do you like? And then I found track and field. I was like, this is what I want to do. They didn't know nothing about track and field. We held hands all the way through my career. We learned along the way. And there's going to be a lot of athletes that come up and their parents are not going to know anything about track and field or any other sport. And I want them to realize that there's now a place where they can go and learn and be educated if they feel like their child has a career or a path of success in that track and field platform.
Exactly. And with that, I think it's so important, Justin, you say this and you've said it continually, that your parents were there with you. The nervousness that was in your parents watching you. Your dad sitting there twisting his hat. Your mom rocking the whole 9 yards. But I'll say this, and I want to say this to our viewers today. If you're talking about your child, if they're not involved with Golden Elite, we put the email up just a moment ago, the website, and that you can see. She's going to put it back up on the screen. There it is, that you can log on to that website and find out how you can be a part of. Find out that the activities that are going on, don't just drive up and think you can get in. Don't just drive up and drop them off. You got to wait and talk to Mike so that you can find out how you can fit in. We got to go take another break. When we come back, that's going to be our last break. I can't believe that the hour is gone. But we're going to talk more when we return right here on Sunshine's Corner.
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is your Sunshine, and I tell you what, Justin is sitting right here. No, he had to take an important call there with his son. But Coach stepped in right there to fill in this. Look how he's sneezing over here. But Coach is going to sit in for he had to run in the corner, take that phone call, and all that good stuff. Hopefully he get to stick his head back in before we finish, because this is our last break. So at least he can say bye to the people. But he had to handle that. But listen to this. When it comes to what you do, what do you want the people to know about this weekend, what you're doing with Golden Elite?
Well,
look right in that camera right there.
Just right here. Okay, she's teaching me. What we do, just like Justin said, we're a partner to allow young people, 9th and 10th graders, to have their talent shine here in Escambia County. But it's just not here in Escambia County.
Okay.
We have kids. Last year was a guy came out of his team from Miami. We have kids that call us from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and they want to come not only see Justin Gatlin, they want to perform in front of him and say, look at my talent.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to get in front of the fastest man in the world that beat Usain Bolt. I want this man to see how great I am. And so this weekend is about allowing the kids in our area to showcase their talent and to have an opportunity to see that they are somebody.
Exactly. And that's what I kept saying with him. I bring it back of the legacy that he's leaving, because these kids can go home and say, hang around, man, I'm training with Justin Gatlin. Man, I was out there with Justin Gatlin. What are you talking about? Man, I'm going to be just like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have to say to you, Mike, you have been consistent with this.
Thank you.
I mean, ever since I've known you, consistency, consistency, consistency. And I believe consistency works, whether it's good or bad. Because if you're consistent with something bad, guess what? That badness gonna come up. But the fact of it is that your love for children and making a difference, I applaud you on that. You've never ever stopped with that. And the fact that you can pick up the phone and get him in here, have mercy.
Oh, it's truly a blessing. And those that are involved, I tell you, we received a grant from ECT that opened the door for a lot of kids that wanted to be part of our program 2 to 3 years ago.
And they couldn't.
And they're part of it now. We just came back from New York a week ago.
Really?
With some kids to run in front of Nike because of the talent. They wouldn't have had that opportunity had
Did you run in front of Nike?
Nike swoosh. Nike.
Really? The swoosh?
Yeah, the real.
Okay, I wear size 8.
So to have the opportunity for these kids to go to a premier person such as Justin, even though we'll develop a relationship, I still get nervous when I get around him because of who he is, but he's so down to earth.
That's what I love about him.
Yeah.
You know,
so
and I gotta say,
compassionate.
because when he was here once before, I missed him. Because I was on the phone with his mama. I was trying to get her. I said, girl, I said, but the fact of it is, but it didn't happen this time. And I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to have me. And I'll say that to you, when you got something like this coming up, keep in touch with me.
Yes.
You have all of my credentials so that we can make sure that the community knows. Because this is your avenue now to reach the community.
Well, thank you for Sunshine's Corner. I'm great to be here. It's like, I made it. If I knew it went to the Justin, I'd have did this years ago. So, but yeah, thank you, Sunshine.
You know what I mean? I really mean that.
Yes,
because I tell the community all the time that whatever I can do where I'm needed, I think you know that I'm always there. My job never ends when it comes to making a difference in our community. And to get the message out, to let the community know that right here, God has moved me to another level.
Amen. Amen.
And, I mean, he moved me to another level.
Amen.
But because I didn't lose my focus on what I still wanted to do, and that is to reach our community, to be that voice that we can let them know what, when, where, good or bad, and what we need to do.
Well, I want to say thank you to the community as well, because there are a lot of organizations and private people, donors, that have poured into this organization to allow this to happen.
Right.
You know, this weekend is going to be a lot of festivities and fun. We want a safe environment.
So, Kate, nobody just drop in?
Oh, no. It's a fee to get in. It's a small fee. It's a days full of activities, all at the track meet. And,
if it's a small fee, tell them where they can do that at.
You should ask that person out.
Come on.
It's at Pine Forest High School.
There you go.
We will be at Pine Forest High School this Saturday. It's a regular track meet. Once again, we got kids that's 9th and 10th grade. This is their time to shine. We have a lot of kids that are going to be participating that'll never get first place in a race. But I can promise you, when they run that race and they finish and they turn around and see Justin Gatlin, that's why they want to be there.
And they're going to speed up when they see him.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, trying to show off. You know how that is. And so we're so grateful to have the opportunity to partner with the Olympic champion.
Exactly.
You know, and give us an opportunity and a platform to promote these young people here in the city. And once again, I'm grateful that he don't look at it as, well, Coach, these are, you know, a bunch of kids, they ain't going to never do nothing. I can't show up with it.
You can tell the love he has.
It's just not his name we're using or his image. It's him.
It's his legacy.
It's every year he is back here and he is doing things like this. And so, you know, to Mr. and Mrs. Gatlin, thank y'all so much for being a part.
That's girl, I was texting you last night.
of this. And again, Pine Forest High School, we'll start at about 8 o'clock. You start coming through the gate at 7:30. We're going to have, it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be safe. A great environment. You get a chance to meet Justin for those that want to come out. We have some of his books out there for you to.
The book.
Yep. Ready, set, go.
Come on, girl. Put sunscreen. The book.
And I want to say this to parents: if you have an athlete that wants to be at the ultimate, especially in track and field or any sport or any job, get this book.
Read it.
I'm telling you, it's going to tell you about all the highs and the lows, the going through, the part from where parents play. Parents, y'all play a role.
Absolutely.
Y'all play a role in the
big role.
success of what goes on with your child. Period.
Thank you so much, Mike.
No,
and Justin, if you don't mind, if you could just stick your head, we're about to say goodbye, and because we're down to the last 45 seconds. But I want to thank him for taking the time. I want to thank you, Mike, for coming down with Golden Elite to say this. I appreciate you guys, but I want to say thank you for all that you do, Justin. Your legacy is one that will grow, 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 and grow. And I'm so pleased to have had you on the show.
I appreciate it. Appreciate being on the show, and definitely going to come back.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of here, but let me leave it with you as I do every day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember to keep God first in whatever you do. Handle it like that, and I'll guarantee you this: you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow for another day of sunshine, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. Bye for now.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.